Welcome.
Hello, hello.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's not even. Hold on. I feel like I need to check what time.
It was 90 today.
Ooh.
It was 90.
Here's my thing: is the heat wave that hit us 2 weeks ago? It feels like it's way hotter now, but the temperature's lower. It's literally 31 degrees right now, and that week it was 37. And I feel like I am dying more today than I did during that heat wave.
I don't know. My weather app is. It says it's 87. It's also 45% humidity.
It was 60 during that heat wave, and
I
this
don't
is
know what this
water.
is, but I am
Why?
dying. And why the Europeans decide that air conditioning is against moral code of conduct, I don't know.
Yes, well, hopefully the new Piccadilly line that they're getting will have it.
Because I was just on Central, and it's like I hit a wall of heat.
Should have taken the circle. You could have taken the Hammersmith.
I probably should have. I did not. And now I'm dying.
You say as you curl up with the.
I have to hold the pig.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna suffer in silence. Actually, there's no silence.
I was gonna say.
I want everyone to know I'm suffering.
I love, like, today there's a huge gap. I'm like,
Yeah,
don't touch me. Don't put the hot pillow there either.
I want to hug it, but it's too hot.
I
I'm
know.
gonna hug it. I read the first of the Flyers book,
Yes.
and I cried through like 80% of it, and I'm mad at you about this.
It's so good. And I just finished
So
the 4th book, and now I'm in a little bit of a book slump. I've been trying to find my next book.
Did you read their extra chapters from his point of view?
No.
Yeah, you get the first day at the cabin after Riley from his point of view. First time they kissed and all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you get the party.
His perspective.
Yeah, when he's off with a bunch of girls. You get that whole night.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I have access to it. I'll send it to you.
Please send me that.
They're
So
fun to hear from his point of view because he's like, oh, she's going to hate me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, she is. I think she was valid. But it killed me because she has this letter from her dad, and I cried because I'm really close with my dad. And I just said, I'm like, I hate everybody right now.
It's so good. It's so good, you guys.
So,
yeah, you gotta keep reading them. Are you gonna read the next 3?
I don't know. I'm a little scared too, to be honest.
I honestly didn't think the other ones were as sad. Because it's not... Yeah, no, it's not as sad because it's not as, like, personal.
Mm.
The second one is Jagger's story. And it's so good. I feel like I can't tell you anything.
I'll read them. It just might take me a minute. Right now, I'm reading a self-published book.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really bad. But it's like these making me laugh.
Like, written poorly?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called The Second Chance for the Mafia Prince. And she found out he was lying the day she found out she was pregnant, and so she ran away.
Okay.
7 years later, he finds her.
Okay.
And he's like, if you're still my wife, which technically she's not, and you still my kid, and he's like, got the moral high ground going. And she's like, well, that's dumb, and just rips him to shreds.
Yeah.
And he's staring at his daughter, and she's looking at him, and he's like, dang it, he's still hot. And her thought process is, I can hate him in my mind. My body wants what my body wants. And I laughed so hard.
Can I just say, she texted me the quote from that, and that's all I got, was, this is my favorite quote right now. I was like, I'm intrigued. What the heck are you reading?
It made me giggle.
So funny.
Anyway.
Yeah, I have...
made it sound worse.
No, you're good. I have no new book right now. I'm trying to search for a new book. So I just finished the 4th one. I love Josh and Ember's story. I think I can't say if it was my favorite or not. I think it was my favorite only because it was such a good tearjerker and was so good. But I also cried in the 4th one. Rebecca is a genius.
She is.
So this girl has a struggle with all of her friends, and they are kind of putting her grief down and not letting her grieve or feeling like it's not valid.
Amber and those guys.
Yeah. No, you'll still love them. You'll still love them because it's just, but she finally loses it on all of them.
Yeah.
And has the huge conversation where she's yelling at them and kind of gets her point across.
Yeah.
And it's the first book that I've read, that kind of scene where I've been like so satisfied. Because I feel like a lot of the times authors put it down where it's, they keep the character calm and she like quietly tries to like get her point across. And I hate when they do
Yeah,
that.
because it's not how it works.
No,
I would lose
especially
it.
for me, because I feel like I'm a very vocal human being, and I will state my point, and
You got the attitude to match the hair. Mhm.
100%. And so I finally felt like it was like, yes, it was such a well-written scene that even reading it, I thought, I want to see this on a screen. Like,
Mhm.
I would love to see this scene in a movie. Every
Yeah.
point that was made in the book was so beautifully articulated that
She's
it was so good. It was so good. It was, I think, the only argument I've ever read in a book where I was like clapping by the end,
really.
and also in tears because, yeah, it was so good.
I love it.
And then there's a point at the end where her friend kind of verbally smacks her upside the head, trying to get her point across of like, do you see what you're doing?
Yeah.
And it finally clicks that I didn't even notice what she was doing. Oh my gosh, this
I
makes
love her
so
like
much
that.
more sense of like how they flipped it to make her be okay with her life choices.
Mm.
If you read it, you will
I'll
understand
read
what
it.
I'm trying to say.
I just might need
Yeah,
a minute.
yeah, you need a
I
minute.
was mentally assaulted last night, and it was sad. Although there were a couple parts that were fun. Like, she gets really pissed off at one point, and she she's grieving.
Yeah.
And her uncle comes and tries to make a buck out of her grief.
Yes.
And he's like, "We'll dress up your little brother in this, and it'll be a whole thing." And she just loses her.
She burns the West Point
Yeah,
t-shirt
she
in the
takes the
sink.
t-shirt and throws it in the sink and lights it on fire.
My favorite thing is that she does that and turns around and is like, when Josh just watched
And
that.
he's right there.
But I even was like, don't be embarrassed. The whole time
No.
reading that, I was like, so
Own it.
what?
Yeah, own it.
If this is a true man, he would come and stand behind you and be like, I'll light something else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then I also loved how names always mean something to Rebecca.
Yes.
Names are very important to her. So her name, the name of the character is December.
Yeah.
And then the letter from her dad, we named you December because it was a miracle of the moment. You were quiet, you were contempt. But as soon as your fire came out, I knew your only name would be Ember.
Yeah.
Which is why everyone calls her Ember. And I thought that was so cute.
But I also love that Josh calls her December.
I did too.
Also, I've never thought like the month December could be such a cute name.
I know. I've heard April.
I've heard
June,
August a lot.
August,
though, in my head, I feel like August should be a girl's name, but I've heard a lot of boys with the name August because then they shorten it to Gus.
Or Augie.
Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Augie.
As like a little kid.
No. I don't think I could ever call a kid Augie. It reminds me of either a tractor or like a swamp. I don't know why, but
Gus reminds me of an old guy with like a beer belly.
Oh, I wouldn't call my child Gus either.
Yeah.
No, Gus reminds me of
Gus, the little
mouse. And the mouse from Cinderella.
Gus.
Yeah.
What would you name a kid?
Well, I have a list. Do you want to hear my list?
I love that you have a list.
I do. You know me. I'm a type A.
She is.
Well, I'm bringing it up. Do you have any fun names?
I've always loved the name Ruth for a girl. I
That's
call her
pretty.
Ruthie as a kid.
Ruthie. Oh, I do like Ruthie.
I watched Big Time Rush as a kid, and I
Oh,
always
okay.
wanted to name my daughter like Josephine and call her Joe.
Oh,
Because one of the characters was named Joe, and I thought it was so cute of
From-
a girl named Joe.
Little Women. That's her name, Josephine, and they call her Joe.
I like how I got it from Big Time Rush, and it's from Little.
I have a long list. I really love the name Saoirse, and she's the actor that plays in Little Women, as we're on the line of that.
She also Saoirse died in
Saoirse.
one of my books. Sorry.
Don't ruin it for me.
It's a fantasy book. You'll never read it.
That's fair. I know a lot of Lauras, but I would love to name my daughter Laura, where it's like a harsher A. Laura.
So Laura.
But my problem is I probably never would because no one's actually going to call her that. They're going to call her Laura.
Yeah.
And I don't really love the name Laura.
Yeah. Or she'll spend her whole life correcting people.
Yeah, which I would hate for her. Also, I really love the name Charlie, but I can't decide if I would want it on a girl or boy.
Good luck.
No.
Get it?
Yes. Good luck, Charlie.
Funny.
That's about it. I feel like I don't
have any guys' names.
I have 5, which I feel like
That's pretty good.
got Charlie, Xavier.
Mm.
I really love the name Xavier. Or I used to think I've changed. I don't really love the name anymore, but I wanted to use the name Alexander and shorten it to Xander. But I like Xavier better. So then I was like, nah, get rid of that. Weston.
I like Weston.
Yeah. Weston's kind of cute. Got a little Western.
It does.
Yeah. Saoirse, and then I have Eden. I really like the name Eden. Or Shiloh. I kind of like the name Shiloh for a girl. So weird. I don't even know where I got it.
I feel like I don't mean this in any other way than
Okay.
you're too white for that name.
Yeah, fair.
Like a little redheaded kid named Shiloh.
I almost wasn't saying it out loud, though. Shiloh almost feels like a boy's name.
Yeah.
I had it on my girls list.
Yeah, no, it feels like a boy's name, but it feel like you're a little too white for it.
All I can think now, though, as I say Shiloh, is those big grain bins. And I don't know why.
I'm thinking of Shia LaBeouf.
I don't even
He's an actor.
know. What does he play in?
I know he's in something.
I know I've heard the name. I just can't picture his face.
Oh. Shia LaBeouf.
That is that how you say his name?
Shia LaBeouf? LaBeouf? Something like that. That's how I've always said it. From
It-
Transformers.
If it's like French, it's Le Boeuf.
That's not how I've ever heard it.
But that's not even, I wouldn't even say that's Shiloh. That looks like Shia.
It's Shy,
Okay?
but I didn't know it was LaBeouf. So I just put it in one word. Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, he's the guy from Holes.
I'm just thinking redhead, white.
Who said they're gonna have red
Have you
kids?
seen, have you seen your hair?
It's all dependent on my man.
That's true. I have a feeling
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a bunch of boys.
Okay.
And I had this conversation with my dad the other night.
Yeah.
I am gonna be a sports mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that an epiphany?
It kind of was.
Because I would know. I know that.
Here's the thing. I'm into art. I am
so,
the
but you
art.
grew up with sports. If you
I
have
know.
boys, you're gonna be sporty.
Even if I have a girl, I have a feeling. I am the kid that always had a pencil and paper with her. I colored on everything. I painted my own wall when I was like 6. Right? Like, I was that
your mom
person.
let you.
I know.
I drew on my wall, and my mom gave me a bucket of water and a scrub and said, "Get that off
My mom gave me the paints and said, go to town. I grew up on a basketball court. We talked about this, right?
Yes.
My dad coached. Basketball was my life.
Yeah.
And I hated it. I hated everything about it as a kid.
You
Sports as a kid.
liked it.
When I got older,
Fair.
I liked it. And I realized how much fun that time was. But
Yeah.
in the moment, I was like, why am I always here? Like, I want to be doing art.
Mm.
Like, I hated it. Anyway, we were watching the World Cup the other night. I was on FaceTime with my parents at 2 a.m. because it was the UK game. And talking, and I am spouting out, like, just ran across, like, get back. Or my mom's like, well, why are they not trying to score him? Like, they're not, it's not about scoring. It's about keeping the line.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad looks over and he's like, I've never been more proud. He's like, I taught you something. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it was ingrained in me since I was a kid.
That's so funny.
And then I sat there and I'm like, I'm going to be a sports mom. I'm going to be that mom in the crowd that is coaching alongside. And I felt really bad for my kids for a minute.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
See, I had the realization the other day. I really want girls.
Mm.
And I do think I will have a couple. But I am going to be so much better of a boy mom.
I think so too.
Like,
For me.
I was out
You'd
at...
be a good girl mom. What are you talking about?
I know, but I weirdly get along with boys better. We were having recess.
Yeah.
There's like a whole group of about 4 boys. And the other day I found them all crouched on the ground, and I went over and I was like, what are you looking at? It was a snail. I spent 10 minutes talking to these boys about a snail.
Because snails are fun to talk about.
I'm a better...
You're
when
not
it
afraid to get
comes-
in the dirt.
Yeah. I'm not afraid to get in the dirt, and I actually enjoy being in the dirt, especially if it's like helping little minds be like, let's like look at this creature and like, let's watch it. What's it doing? What's it eating? But it's that like a realization, like watching it click in their brain
Yeah.
of like, that's such a fun fact about
Yeah.
something that they find interesting. Where I feel like I can do that better than let's play imaginary Barbie. It's like, let's dress up and you're going to just tell me what to say. I can't do that play, which is what girls tend to go towards.
Mm.
Where boys, I'm like, let's build something. Let's knock a tower over. That's like, yeah.
I do have to say, though,
Mm-hmm.
my initial reaction to let's play with the snail is, where's the salt?
Where's the salt?
Have you ever put salt on a snail?
Oh, it curls up, doesn't it?
No, they kind of, it's a chemical reaction. They kind of bubble.
I didn't know that. That's so sad.
My grandma used to get snails in her garden, and she hated it. So we'd go over for family events, and she'd hand us a salt shaker to go have fun.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Let's jump into our topic today. We are
Oh.
talking about camping today. I feel like we've addressed this in the past, briefly talked about it. Now we're really going to deep dive into it. I think I said this in the past. My family loves camping so much that they bought a campground. And so my parents actually just permanently moved from Alberta, west coast of Canada, to the east coast, New Brunswick, to run the campground and live out there full time. But their campground is unique because
It's a treehouse.
it has tree houses. You can also stay.
I'm excited.
Yeah, if you like your feet on the ground, there's also cottages, a yurt. Have you ever slept in a yurt?
Is it like a tent? A fancy tent?
It's like a tent teepee mix.
Then no.
So nice. I love a yurt. I think that was my favorite. I've stayed.
Love a yurt. That's the quote of the episode.
I love a
Love a
yurt.
yurt.
And then they have like tenting and trailer sites. But they I've stayed in all of them. But I have slept in a treehouse and it was pretty cool. And then one night, no one was in the yurt and I was at my parents'. And so I was like, I'm going to go sleep in the yurt. But the yurt is so cool because it has like canvas around the outside. And then you can open up the windows. You like roll the canvas up. But it's a skylight on the top. So it's like this dome. So while you're sleeping, you can see up into the stars. I got really terrified because we had a rainstorm that night. It was so loud. It woke me up. And then once it died down, I fell asleep to only then be woken up to hear, I think, a rabbit being killed in the middle of the night by another animal. And then I was half asleep. And so I got it into my mind that we have a bear that wanders our area. I don't know why, because bears, I don't think, eat rabbits. But in my head, half asleep, I was like, the bear is in the woods. That's like right there. And it has just attacked this creature and eaten it. And so I scrambled out and got in my vehicle and I drove back to my parents. But I would go back and stay again. I would do it again. I think I would just need to not be woken up in the middle of the night.
Which, having traveled with you, that's an impressive feat.
What, wake me up?
Yeah.
I am shocked people say that because,
girl, I was up and down. I got up, I went to the bathroom, I was on my phone. Like, I tripped at one point.
In Denmark or when you stayed here?
Denmark.
Oh.
And here. I've done it here. I mean, the cat freaked me out. I had a whole conversation with the cat. Nothing.
I'm a deep sleeper, I think, when I get into a good sleep. We did fall camping, which I actually like better than summer camping. Because summer is fun, but then I feel like it's always crammed. There's always people around.
And it's hot.
It's so hot. And then the beaches are really full, where my family found this really nice campground that's like calm and really quiet. And so my cousins and I would all go and put up our trailers. And I think I tented it there as well. So my family was in the trailer. I was in the tent. we were around this reservoir and it was so fun because my uncle brought out like his really big spotlight he uses, I think, for cattle. And we went and found all the beavers at night. And so we like spotlighted them and we watched them in the river.
I want to watch a beaver.
It was so cool because we heard crashing in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And woke up and saw the path that a beaver had chewed down a tree and then dragged it through the campground down to the river.
That's cool.
It was so cool. So yeah, that's not like my favorite fall. Summertime though, we used to always go over to BC with my cousins.
British Columbia?
Yeah, sorry, British Columbia. And that one was always fun. But we had one year that was my favorite where we all were in the same big campground. And we did ghost stories around the campfire at night. So I get it from my uncle. My uncle was telling these creepy ghost stories. And then my grandma decided to give all of her grandkids awards. And so she went through and like talked about things that she saw and noticed that we were like really good at. And she gave us these cool necklaces that she'd made with like a shell and different beads. And I still have mine.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So I think that was like one of my favorite kid camping adventures.
Yeah.
Like with all of my cousins because we did a lot.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Stop.
Anyway, do you have a favorite camping spot memory?
Yeah. So my mom hates camping with a burning passion. Burning passion. If she's going to sleep
see that.
out of her bed, it's going to be a hotel room where she can turn the AC however she wants. My dad, however, grew up camping.
Mm-hmm.
And so every year he would take us with his family and we would go to the Tetons.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So just down from Yellowstone, it's called Coulter Bay.
Okay.
And we would go every year. My grandpa worked there in high school. He actually forged his age so he could get a job. And he would tell stories of running from bears and all the stupid crap he got into.
That's amazing.
And then when he and my grandma got married, his friends filled his car top to bottom with confetti.
Wow.
And they got some of it out, but as they were driving, it got sucked into the air vents.
Yeah.
And it burned their engine. And so they had to stop. They spent all their honeymoon money to get the car towed and fixed. And so her parents were like, hey, we're going to this place called Coulter Bay. Would you like to join?
Yeah.
And so they went.
Yeah.
They honeymooned with her parents camping in Coulter Bay, and we have gone every year since.
Nice.
I don't know if we ever tented. I know my dad tented. And then my older cousins tented, I think. But by the time I remember, my grandparents had an RV.
Mm-hmm.
So we would all like tailgate up there. And then when we got close enough, he put seatbelts in. So all the grandkids would huddle into the RV and we'd drive the rest of the way up. And then my dad eventually got a tent trailer. So we had one of those and we would go. And then as we got older, it got harder for my grandparents. So then we started glamping and we got cabins. But
would you yourself say that where are you at now as an adult? Like if you were to go camping, are you a glamper or would you?
I'm in middle.
So you do the RV. You wouldn't do the tent, but you don't need the glamping?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it depends where I'm tenting, if I tent. If there's a reason for me to sleep on the floor. But I also feel at this point my body is broken and it does not react well to being on the floor anymore.
Fair.
But like I loved our little tent trailer. That thing was fun, and like I would have one of those, little pop-up, easy to store. Or even small. I don't know. My cousin has one that attaches to her truck.
Yeah.
So they sleep on top of their truck, basically. I would do that. I even slept in the car a couple times. So
I slept in a vehicle.
I've slept in my car several times. Because my mom didn't like camping.
Yeah.
She didn't want to be cold.
Yeah.
And so she would sleep in the car.
Wow. That's hilarious.
Sometimes, yeah. So I did that a couple times with her if I got too cold. But I do remember the campground would have these fireside chats.
Yeah.
And they were fun, and then they would have the bear chats.
Yeah.
And those I loved, but then they scared the living sheesh out of me.
Yeah.
And so I would sleep in the tent part of the tent trailer, and I was so scared that I was going to get attacked. That I would make whoever was close to me sit on the sides. So I'm like, I'm safe.
Like, I'm covered. They will eat you first.
Yeah. I got time to run away.
That's so funny. I'm a tenter all the way, I think. Now that I think about this, I am the outdoorsy one in this relationship.
That's new information to you?
No, but I'm just realizing how much of an outdoorsy person I am. I don't know why.
Hey, Abby, let's go on a hike.
I am. Yeah, that's true.
I'll hike
I
if
think
there's a
because
purpose.
most of my other friends would hike with me. But you're one of the first that's like, no.
I'll hike if there's a purpose to it.
The purpose is the hike.
No.
And to get to the top for a beautiful view.
No.
And to eat food at a very beautiful place.
See? That I'm okay with. The hikes we did growing up were like, we're going to walk up, see a tree, decide we're done, and turn back around.
Oh, yeah, no. See, the hikes that we've always done have been like, you make it to the big lake, and then you can go swimming or something, or fishing or whatever.
That's the purpose. To see a tree and turn back around. I can see a tree right here. Thank you very much. I've had this opinion my whole life.
This is going to really show how outdoorsy I am. My best friend Kyla and I, we graduated together 10 years ago, which is insane. It's our 10-year reunion already. We decided to ditch the after party. Well, we didn't buy tickets in the first place because it was just stupid. So we didn't go to the after party. We went back to her house, and her mom helped us get all the pins out of our hair, and we got into our sweats, and we went and set up a tent in her coulee. And we made bannock and marshmallows, and we slept in her coulee for the night.
What the hell is a coulee?
Coulee is like, I don't know what you call it in the States. A ravine?
Yeah, okay.
It's like a really, really big ditch.
Yes, a ravine.
A ravine.
Yeah.
We call them coulees.
Or a big ditch.
Or a really, really big ditch. So yeah, we'd hike down and set up a tent. Anyway, we could hear the after party from across the field from where we were. And we were like, we're so happy we're not over there right now.
Your graduation after party?
Yeah. So we didn't go to the graduation after party. We went camping instead. We literally went and made bannock and slept in a tent. And then, as after graduation, we were like, we need to do a trip together. So we drove over to BC and we went camping, and we literally set up a tent, and we put hammocks up, and I brought a whole bag of books, and we went
that sounds
swimming in the
nice.
morning, and then we came back and we laid in the hammocks and read books like all afternoon, and then we like napped and we made amazing food.
See, that doesn't sound like you.
What?
The nap and let's read a book on a hammock. Knowing you on vacation.
Okay, but this isn't like a vacation because the trip was to camp.
Okay.
So if I'm like going hiking or something and the goal at the end of it is that we're setting up a tent and we're going to relax in the tent,
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down and read a book. I'm going to
Okay.
play some card games.
Okay.
I'm going to just chill. That was the whole point of the trip.
Yeah.
And it was backwoods of BC. So like,
Love it. Are
there
you pretty
wasn't
good at
a-
whittling? I'm pretty good at
whittling? No,
I'm pretty good.
I can't whittle, but you give me a Dutch oven. I can Dutch oven anything.
Okay, so you Dutch oven, I don't whittle.
Yes.
Our graduation party is very different.
Yeah.
My graduation party, they rented out a rec center, swimming, ice skating, and dance party. Like it was a thing.
Yeah.
Every room had a different event. And afterward, my friends and I went to the Capitol to watch the sunrise.
Nice.
The state capital of Utah security system,
Mhm.
or security guards thought I was high. Because when I
Sorry.
get very tired, I get like an influx of energy.
Yeah.
Which is saying something because I don't shut up normally. But I don't know what that influx of energy is, but it's there. So all of my friends are dead on the grass, and I am doing push-ups, I'm doing jumping jacks, I'm running around. And the security guy came over and he was like, "Hey, we've been watching you on the monitor, and I just have to double check you're not on something." And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, we're good. I just have a lot of energy. I've been wide awake.
That's
And he's like, yeah, no,
crazy.
that's what I thought, but we had to double check. I'm like, no worries. So he left. My friends start laughing at me. I keep going because I still have the energy. He came back like 15 minutes later with a granola bar. He's like, you're using up a lot of energy. I thought you'd be hungry.
It's a good security guard.
Right?
Wherever he is, he needs a raise.
He does.
Because that's incredible.
But let's go back to hiking for a minute because
Okay.
I can hike,
Yes.
right? I hiked Huayna Picchu,
Okay.
which is the mountain behind Machu Picchu.
Yep.
That you see in pictures.
Yep.
Had a purpose.
Yep.
Right? I did the Camino, and I want to do more of the Camino. That's a long hike, but it has a purpose. We see churches along the way. I think it was growing up in Utah where everybody just wants to hike,
Mm-hmm.
but it literally turned into, where are we going? Oh, we're just going to go see a tree. Or Elephant Rock is
Mhm.
literally two boulders that someone said look like an elephant. It doesn't. In my opinion. I know this can be controversial.
Hilarious.
And then you turn around and come back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm hot. I'm hungry. I'm out of shape. I will fully admit this. To like, I can walk a long distance, but then you add the incline of the hill. Anyway, so
It's a
camping
trick of
and
the
me,
trades for men, yeah.
yeah, camping and me is not hiking. My family would go on hikes. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay here.
Oh, yeah, no. We, like, my mom and I, my graduation trip that I did with my mom is we all went hiking. So, but we, like, backpacked it. Like, hauled everything in on our backs and
See, I don't wanna
stayed
do
up
that.
for, like, 3 days, I think.
I
We,
don't
like,
want to carry
made
everything.
camp. It was so fun.
I will drive in tent.
Yeah. Nope. It's not the same. I
have to have a purpose. If I'm
The
gonna
purpose is to
walk
go
somewhere,
and tent and relax and read a book and fish.
I can do that on the Lake of Michigan and drive up. And you know what? At the end of the night, I got a bed.
But it's like such a great feeling.
I'm just saying, I got a bed. I get this from my mother.
Yeah. What's one camping item you can't live without?
A blanket. I'm serious.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
For
Except
the
for
longest time, I didn't travel anywhere without a blanket. Not like
yeah.
day to day, but like if I went on a trip, I had my own blanket.
If I'm like camping, I feel like honestly a pack of cards.
Mm.
I feel like you always have to have a pack
You
of
gotta
cards
have a
with
pack of
you.
cards.
Either if you're backpacking, if you're hiking, if you set up a tent, as long as you have a pack of cards, I feel like you're really good.
Some of my school friends
Mhm.
learned the other day how competitive I can be because we played some card games. And my friend just kept looking. I was like staring her down, and she's like, "What is wrong?" And I'm like, "You're my direct competition." She's like, "What is happening?" She beat me every time. It ticked me off. But
Oh no.
anyway, cards. Love.
Yeah,
gift
I'd say
cards.
my cards.
I didn't notice how food wasn't mentioned. I feel like that should have been our priority.
I get fish.
No. Sorry. That is not happening. First off, I don't like fish, but you can't. Oh, that would make me vomit.
If I had to, I would.
If
It's
I
not-
had to.
It's not my like first let me go camping to fish and then eat the fish there.
Hence why you need the car. If you run out of food, you can drive back and get some.
You're hysterical.
Oh, nothing sounds worse than
Have-
fish and eating.
What's your biggest camping fail? Do you have one or are they all hunky dory?
No, but again, I'm trying to figure out what I know. Oh, so we would go as a family.
Yep.
And my grandpa always had rules. You could whittle, but you always had to do it away from you. Don't get too close to the fire. I tend to be spacey when people start listing out rules.
Okay.
And then I tend to not think.
Mm.
I don't know if you've noticed that. I kind of just act. So I know I've cut myself on more than one occasion playing with pocket knives or throwing them.
Yeah.
Or getting lost. I've gotten lost a couple times.
That doesn't surprise me. That is, that would be a
I
get lost.
mean, it wasn't that hard because we were in a campground. So after a while, someone's like, "You good?" And you're like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
And they direct you back to the main store, and then someone finds you. But it's Jake, my brother. We were camping, whole family, and we woke up and we were having breakfast, and no one could find him. Shoot, no one had any idea where this kid was.
Okay.
He had just wandered off. So we're like, should we be worried? After a while, we're like, okay, we should probably start looking around just as he comes back to the campground. And everybody's like, dude, where were you?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, look, I went and had breakfast. And we're like, what do you mean you had breakfast? He's like, well, I got hungry, but everyone was asleep. So I wandered around and I went to one of the other campgrounds because I smelled bacon. I could totally be telling this story wrong, and I'm okay with that. But this is how I remember it. He's like, yeah, they had food. And so I wandered over and said, hi, can I have food? And they fed me. And then my dad's like, well, what did they ask you? And they said, what's your name? And he said, what did you say? My name's Jake. So he sat down and had breakfast with random people and then said, okay, thanks, I gotta go.
Genius.
Yeah. When he was a kid, was a greyhound for food. If there was food anywhere, he would find it.
That's amazing.
And he didn't talk to people. But if there was food involved, he would
eat the food.
He would interact enough to get food. He still is like that.
I was gonna say that's the brain of a boy.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's hilarious. I'd say my biggest fail is I once accidentally locked the keys into the trailer.
Oh.
And it was just a trip of me, my mom, my grandma, and Jacob. And so my dad had like unhooked us and left. And so he had this spare key out of the province over. And so I had to unload, there was like a little box of wood. And so you had to take the wood out. And then I had to crawl through this little hatch underneath the bed and then go up. And I don't even know how old I would have been. 10 or 11. Sobbed uncontrollably before doing it because I didn't want spiders to be under the bed hatch thing. And I also was like, I'm a little claustrophobic because what if I get in there and then I get stuck? Mom can't get me out. We can't get in.
Yeah.
So I made it. So,
I'm glad.
But yeah, we made it through and I unlocked the door, but that was my biggest fail. I cried. And there was this other girl that was staying at the campsite up from me. And I was trying to be friends with her and she ditched me as soon as I started crying. And now that I look back at that, I was like, that was a good move on your part, girl. Yeah.
But I mean,
run away.
We all.
Yeah, but mine was like uncontrollable. Sobbing and screaming at my mom because I didn't want to go. Even though it was my mistake that got us there in the first place.
And you're the smallest one to fit in the little hatch.
Do you believe in Bigfoot? This is so random.
I have mixed opinions.
Okay,
I have mixed opinions because technically there are people who do believe that Bigfoot exists and that they are descendants of Abel. Cain.
That argument is the only reason that I'd be like, you know what? I could kind of understand why Bigfoot exists, but there's maybe only one of them.
Yes, but also, no. I feel like at this point in our life, in the world, I understand how we don't see much of the sea. That makes sense. There could be animals down there we don't know. But the woods,
I do feel like, though, that there are a lot of areas of wood that are not explored.
it's a big bear. It could just be a big bear.
That just stands on its hind legs.
Okay, have you seen a bear get mad? That's what they do.
Yeah, but only for defense. They don't walk around on their back legs.
They could. Maybe this one decided, you know what, I'm just going for a stroll. I think there's a logical explanation. I would love to believe that he exists. I don't.
I kind of am mixed. I can see both sides.
Mm.
When I go camping, I'm not like, I think Bigfoot's out there and it's going to come get me.
No, I think a bear's gonna come get me.
There's only one bear that I'm actually really terrified about.
Polar bear?
Well, polar bears in general, but no, this one bear.
Oh, like a specific
A
bear.
specific bear.
I'm like type.
No, it's a specific bear, and he's a grizzly, and he is like, I can't remember his name, but he is known in Banff National Park.
Mm.
They consider like spring here when they've seen him. He's been hit by a train 3 times and survived, and they have found him eating baby cubs. Like, that's how big he is.
It's a jerk.
Yeah. But he's huge. I'm more scared of cougars.
Yeah, but see, you type, we have cougars.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think about them.
that's the problem.
I know.
They're not dangerous unless you see them. And by the time you see them,
You're dead.
they're terrifying to me. Because I feel like you can scare off a bear, but you can't always scare off a cougar. I feel like a cougar will attack. You don't actually know.
Cats do whatever the crap they want.
Yeah. Where bears are just, you can get rid of them.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard or seen something creepy in the woods?
Yeah.
Do tell.
I mean, as kids, it was anything, right? We'd go to these bear things and then any small noise. I don't know, like anything specific. We'd tell ghost stories and no one would sleep. We'd have people, siblings or cousins, try and jump out of scare.
Creepiest thing I've had in the woods. This is my reason that I'm more scared of humans than animals.
Okay.
My mom and I, our camping trip, we were told that there was going to be a whole group of people up there with us. So we get to our base, we made dinner. All of these day hikers came up. But this one guy sat down and he was filling up his water bottle and chatting with us. I didn't really realize it. I was so distracted. But he kept asking like a ton of questions. And my mom kind of just started brushing him off. And I was kind of like, yeah. And then by the end, she's like, oh, yeah, like, no, we have a huge group coming out tonight. Anyway, he walked off. We went to bed that night. No one else had joined us. So we were the only ones in this campground. And my mom, thinking a whole group was going to come, put us like way far back in the campground. So I was already a little scared because we were tucked into the woods. Anyway, she fell asleep and I could not fall asleep. And then I heard these footsteps right by the tent. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And I was terrified. And I woke my mom up and I was like, Mom, there's like footsteps outside the tent. And she was like, okay. And then I promptly fell asleep. She was so mad. She was so mad. She was like, I was fast asleep. Now you're asleep. But she was like, all I could do was think that this guy has come back.
Yeah.
And she was like, what do I do? Because she was like, I could handle the bears. But what do I do if this guy who's asking too many questions has like come back to our tent site knowing that us 2 women are up here? Anyway, we woke up the next morning and there was deer prints on the ground. But
hence the trailer.
Even in a trailer, though.
You could lock it.
Are ghost stories fun or too much?
Depends on the purpose. I am not one for horror. I hate horror.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
But here's why. If you call the devil, he shows up.
Oh, yeah.
Firm believer. And ghost stories tend to go that way.
Right.
If someone was doing some Ouija board or doing some kind of witchy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that's when something happened.
Right.
I hate those kind of stories.
Yeah.
But be like, hey, axe murderer, kind of on the cusp. I don't know. I can handle it. I just don't enjoy it.
Right.
But yeah, it's when it starts tipping the point the other way.
Yeah.
As long as it's just like, oh, someone like is haunting this place because they loved it and they thought it was funny or something like that. Cool. I would do that. I'd just go around to your house and start haunting you. I know you love ghost stories.
I love ghost stories. I'm all for a ghost story. I'm the same. I would never do a Ouija board. I don't tend to those stories, but I do like the little, like, there's a huge buildup of telling the story to all of a sudden be like, something jumped out at them, or like,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Yeah, I say I'm all for it when I'm camping. I think it's so fun. I love
I
that
just
little,
don't
like,
sleep after. I know that. It depends on the level, but I usually...
yeah, I can usually fall asleep after.
Of course you can.
I listen to my favorite podcast, and it's all ghost stories before I go to bed sometimes. Could you survive a weekend with only a knife and a tarp?
No.
If you were stranded and that's the only two things you had
No.
for a weekend, you wouldn't survive.
No. What am I eating? Actually, I would, because I just want to eat for 2 days. I can do a weekend.
Yeah, if it was just a weekend, I could build a campfire. I could set up my tarp as a tent.
Yeah. I mean, I might die because something eats me. But yeah, I could do it. Now, if you ask me to go longer and I have to hunt something, the answer is no.
So you would just go hungry for the whole weekend?
Oh, yeah. Go to the river and I'd see a fish and then I'd see a bear. I'm like, well, I'm screwed. And then I'd sit down at that point. Cool.
Yeah.
You get to decide, would you rather have fish or steak today?
You're like, I'm watching this bear catch these fish. I'm just going to dive in with them.
Yeah.
He can haul me out of the water as well.
I mean, at this point.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
No. You would.
What? Survive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah. We have some friends, I think, who would survive. I have street smarts. I don't have survival smarts. I mean, bare minimum. But no.
I'm opposite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you agreeing so wholeheartedly? Are my street smarts not that good for you?
No, they are. You're just cute.
Yeah, if I was up against a gang, I would die.
Yeah.
I've got no street smarts.
I think I could talk my way out of it.
You definitely could. I feel like if I really, really had to and I felt like my life was on the line, I could maybe talk my way out of it. I would hope that my skills would come out, that I could maybe flirt my way out of that. That is like,
I know I can't.
That is like a 2%.
You can see me sitting there like, are you into this life?
Like, if someone kidnapped me, I think I'd be like,
have you seen DMs?
Yes.
Like, you gotta go pick up my best friend?
Yes. I genuinely think if I got kidnapped,
I think we would chat.
We would chat, but I almost feel like once I figured out the safety of it all and like what they wanted from me,
yeah,
I think I'd eventually just yammer my way through it. I think I would just be like, tell me about your childhood traumas.
Yeah, why are we here?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I think I'd straight up be like, did you get this from a book? If so, what book was it you were reading?
Because I probably read the same one.
Yes.
Actually, can I give you some pointers?
Yes.
Because I've seen this go wrong.
I'd say that, and then I'd get in a situation, and I think
I'd pee my pants.
Oh, I'd vomit.
Yeah.
Actually, my cousin was a cop for a while, and he said that is your best survival.
Is to vomit?
No. Soil yourself.
Oh.
No one wants to deal with you.
Yeah, well, they also don't when they realize how much you talk. So, I feel like I'm good.
That's why I have to be like, can we pick up my best friend? Because she'll get us out of this just by talking.
Actually, just the two of us together, they'd be like, we're done.
Yeah. You and I would probably sit there together with our kidnappers there holding a gun, and we'd be like,
all the books come back into play. It's like, so is he more like a Riley or like a James?
Yeah. What's your go-to camping dessert? Like your favorite dessert to have camping?
Oh, what are they called? Dang it, what are they called? Let me look.
My go-to is if I have a Dutch oven.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has these really good like pull-apart cinnamon rolls, but they're like cinnamon knots, and you like roast them, and then you can like dump them out, and they're all spready. Oh no, lies! You guys, I have too many camping desserts actually to pick from this. I have top 3. The third one would be the cinnamon rolls that my mama does, like the cinnamon knots. Second place, and I made these with my friend Kyla, is you cut an orange in half.
Okay.
And you take the orange out and you put a cinnamon roll in the center and you cook it in the Dutch oven, and then it's like an orangey flavored cinnamon roll.
Ooh.
To die for. My number 1 favorite camping is you get a waffle cone and you put mini marshmallows, chocolate chips, strawberries, bananas, really kind of any fruit you want, and you just layer it. Chocolate marshmallow fruit, and then you wrap it in tinfoil and you put it over the fire, and it all gets melty gooey, and then you eat the cone with all like the melty, gooey, fruity goodness. It's so good, you guys. So good. Yeah. What's yours?
I love that. That actually sounds really good. I think we should do this.
Right? We could do it over our barbecue.
We should. I have a couple.
Okay.
I love the banana boats.
Okay. Do tell. What is that?
So you get a banana.
Okay. I figured.
Shocking. And you split it down the middle, and then you
Okay.
put stuff in it, like marshmallows and chocolate and like the little caramel things or whatever. You wrap it in a tinfoil and put it on the fire for a little bit, and it'll kind of melt, so it's a warm banana with whatever you want on it. Some people put ice cream on it after too,
Yum.
so it's kind of like a banana split banana.
Okay.
It's a banana boat.
Yum. That sounds good.
I also could not for the life of me remember what it was called. That's why I had to Google. It's called a woofum. So it's basically that you get,
Okay.
it's kind of what you were doing with the cone,
Okay.
but this is the same. So you get the Pillsbury like pole parts,
Oh, yes.
and you wrap it around this thing,
Okay.
and it creates a shell.
Yeah.
And then you put marshmallows or ice cream or caramel or whatever inside it.
Yum.
We do those too.
Oh, that's so good.
Whipped cream.
Yum.
I mean, and you can't go wrong with a s'more.
I honestly don't really crave s'mores though. Like if I'm camping, I'm not a huge fan of.
I can have like one.
I'm the same. I'm like, I'll have one to be like, I've eaten one. I find sometimes it's really hard to get the balance of get the marshmallow off, and then the chocolate doesn't always melt all the way through, and it just doesn't.
What? Just knowing you and desserts, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah. But I made a s'more at our friend's house, and I shocked them all. I roasted the perfect marshmallow.
I believe this.
All of them burnt their marshmallows. And you know what the
Also
one
believe
comment
that.
was? I'm really shocked. I didn't know Canadians would be able to make such a good s'more. I made the best marshmallow here because I was like, I grew up camping.
Yeah.
My mother made sure we knew how to roast a marshmallow to golden perfection.
Yeah.
And all of them were shocked. And it was because I was Canadian. They didn't think I'd know how to make a good s'more like an American. I really defended myself there because
believe
I
you
made
should.
the best s'more out of all the Americans there, and they were flabbergasted because
I
I'm
would
a
be too.
Canadian.
I wouldn't be. Have they met you?
Also, speaking of that, we're going to end this, and I have a goldfish recipe that I'm going to make us.
Yes.
It
Because I'm
looks amazing, and I have all the ingredients.
and I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
we'll decide if we ever actually go camping together. We have talked. Mackenzie would make me hike into a middle of nowhere, and I would complain the whole time. So I don't know if it's worth our friendship at this point. But if we get you to drive,
I would drive to the base of somewhere.
I don't want to hike
And
anything.
then we can...
I won't go up a hill.
Fine, we could go to a campground.
Thank you.
As long as we tent it.
Thanks for chatting with us about our different camping stories and everything else that came out, because that's how our minds work.
Yes. Next week, I think we're going to do something along the lines of like, are you smarter than a third grader? Ask each other questions and see how smart we are.
I really need to start studying to prove my degree here. Thanks for joining us. We are on YouTube and Spotify under Never a Dull Moment.
You can find us on Instagram, TikTok under Join the Never. We also have a email, so if you want to email us any questions or thoughts, our email is nadmpod@outlook.com. And yeah, please rate us, review us, share, let your friends know we're here. And yeah, we will see you next week.
See ya.
Love you. Bye.